Hello, this is R.D.G. This is a special edition because this is going to be the Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy exclusive. I think just exclusive. The Deluxe class Transmutate. Now, as another artistic person to another, I kind of relate to Transmutate, but the thing is, it's not that I don't hate it, damn it. It's just she took the form of Paleo Trex, maybe just to complete herself or something. But if it's the same sculpture as Paleo Trex, then I don't think I may need the instructions, even though it says maximal. But I don't think I may need the instructions. So let's see. For this is probably, like I said, the deluxe of deluxe class Transmutate. Here it is. Now, of course, here's the kicker. Open this up. And here we are. Of course, it looks empty, but whatever. Whatever. You gotta do it. You gotta live with it. So, here we go. Transmutate.
6.5 hours later.
So, here we got Transmutate. And let's just say... let's just say Transmutate. This is a different version of Transmutate. And I keep saying Transmutate a lot, like it's... Oh, man. Whew. So, I don't know what the creators of... the people who designed the Transformers Generations Select line, or at least anything in particularly, but for them to actually give Transmutate turn her into a repaint and retool of Paleo Trex. That is I don't know, that's something new. I don't know. And obviously for her being Paleo Trex, the only accessory you get is this tail bone, which you can actually attach to right here, with this gap right here. And then of course, well, that's just it for that Transmutate. Now, of course, since Transmutate doesn't have a Maximal or Predacon insignia, making her a free agent, basically, but I feel like I can relate to Transmutate since, well, earlier in my life, I was also autistic as well. Not artistic, meaning someone with a disability, like in the autism spectrum. Of course, when she was created, I never thought I'd feel like Transformers would have a disability and all. And of course, I try to at least give her a set rep of who she used to be before she became this. Like, trying to give her like a G1 appearance. No, not G1 appearance, but basically a replica of Transformers Prime RC. So, let's just say, I know that Transmutate in the Beast Wars cartoon look a bit deformed and all, but aside from that, let's just say, let's just say I made Transmutate a little too perfect. Just give me a sec to double check everything, because obviously since Transmutate's a fossilizer, you can actually rip apart her limbs like everything else, and then just, man, I was gonna say recreate the ending scene of it, but it's just too heartbreaking for it.
friend. Good friend. Dark. I am hurt.
Oh man, that was too painful, too painful. Oh my god. And just to make it worse, I tried to recreate the exact version of what Transmutate's supposed to look like, and yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised. So for size, we're just gonna have to bring back Paleotrex for the moment, and man, I think I should just leave Transmutate like this, since obviously this is actually much better, in fact, and a bit more accurate if you do say it. Painting and sculpting on Transmutate, not much accurate, but at least they improvise. With the Energon blue texture and the golden accents just makes this figure pop. But there are some downsides. But if we take a closer look at Transmutate, we obviously get to see some Energon blue and some gold textures onto it. And it looks freaking phenomenal. It just makes it look makes Transmutate look exclusive. Even though it's generation selects. It just looks freaking phenomenal. Although I kind of wonder the peg leg on this. Kind of wish they had like a third arm for this. Let's just say that. Oh yeah, Transmutate's mouth can open, which is kind of loose in fact. The hinge joint on this, it's loose. It's a bit of a bitch. I don't know how. It just feels loose whatsoever. But the head sculpt, it looks very accurate. Very accurate. Although the jawline, it's just the way it opens, it feels weird. Yikes, it feels weird. I mean, yikes. But aside from that, I mean, you can actually. But aside from that, I feel like Paleotrex will have a bitch of a time to, move around in this thing. Even though I did spoil a bit of the size comparison by bringing Paleotrex in, let's just say this is basically how it's supposed to look for Transmutate. The only problem is, well, I don't know if I can find a problem. It's just Transmutate's a little, yeah, like I said, mutated. So it's gonna be hard to even figure out the concept or the conundrum of Transmutate at all, because it's, I don't know, it's just something else. Obviously, since the sculpting of it, I don't know why they want Transmutate to be like this. Although I kind of will be expecting the Age of the Primes Rampage, if we get Rampage, because right now I feel like Rampage and Depth Charge are the only ones who haven't had a figure at all. Because I wonder if seeing those two like interconnect, I kind of would like to see that to complete the whole Beast Wars character lineup. And that would be nice to know. But obviously, the posability for Transmutate is similar to Paleotrex, but it's a little different in this amalgamation. Obviously, you can do an arm rotation right here, hinge joint. Well, it's a hinge joint and a swivel at the wrist, with another hinge joint at the fingertips like this. And of course, you can do another swivel at the arm, like here. The legs of it, however, it's obviously you can tell every posability of Transmutate is a little different and fragile, in fact. Because every single last one of them, it's just feels weird. And of course, we're trying to pose the Transmutate as much as you can, but obviously it's gonna be a problem indeed. Especially if you're trying to stand Transmutate, especially with the leg situation, it's gonna be okay, yeah, like that. It's actually not that bad. I mean, like the leg. I mean, it could have been better. It could have been worse, but I don't know. In fact, it's gonna be a bit of a painful situation. Hmm. That's something. So for posability for Transmutate is fairly alright, but it's a mess, as Optimus Primal would say. Even though Transmutate is in an alternate form, it really made a standout size compared to everyone else, because we're doing size comparison. So to start it off here, we got Rat Trap, Dracodon, Vertebrake, and then Scorponok, and then we got Paleotrex, and then we got Rectonite, and then we got Pterosaur, and then Black Arachnia, and then Shadow Panther, and then Rhinox, and then Tigertron. Almost forgot about Waspinator, and then finally Megatron. Yes. So that will be it for size comparison. And we're gonna go with the transformation. But of course, the transformation on this malfunction, the malfunction autistic transmutate, obviously, like I said, transmutate may not need the instructions because it's basically a repaint and slight head retool of Paleotrex. So I'll be back as soon as I am finished with Transmutate. And here we got Transmutate in her, in an alternate mode. Of course, I kind of wondered why they have Transmutate as a T-Rex, since she's became the repaint and head retool of Paleotrex. And I know there's like another version of Paleotrex, but I kind of really love the gold textures though. The gold textures, it just, oh man, it looks so real. Infused with energon, with blue energon coils. Everything. I'm, I mean, I guess now there's a reason why she's Generation Selects. I mean, like, because the gold just makes it look more expensive. And if I gotta have to bring him back, let's just compare this Transmutate with Paleotrex. And, oh crap. Oh. And look at them. Yeah, they both look the same and all, but the painting, yeah, it's just the painting and the head sculpt. They're both different. So, I gotta say though, I kind of question about it. I feel like Transmutate, I don't know, it feels like she is related to me. Like she represents a bit of part of me for an autistic person. But we shall bring Paleotrex back in for size comparison. But in the meantime, obviously, if you've seen my Paleotrex video, link will be in the description below. You can tell by the posabilities. Of course, she can move her tail up and down. I don't know. Yeah, basically just like that. Hip joint here with her hinge joint to the head. And she can open her jaw while extremely loud for her to scream. Man, that would be something. My problem is the head. Okay, there we go. And of course, the arms are just a ball joint, and her legs are hinge, and hinge joints. So that is basically from Paleotrex. So I guess that will be it for Transmutate. And of course, since she is in fact a repaint and, well, similar paint sculpt as Paleotrex, The size difference, it's practically the same, at least for size comparison. So here we got all of the Predacons I have, and then we got the Maximals. So that would be it for Transmutate. So I hope you all like this video. Subscribe, comment down below. Do not forget to ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss another video. And of course next week. Well, next week it's past Christmas, so happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. Well, those three are the only holidays I know on the top of my head. So, if you have any other holidays you are celebrating, comment down below if you, so I can, mention all this for the next year. So, this is R.D.G. Oh, and this is the end of my video. And the end of my transmission.